So, I have a random issue, and I honestly don't know how this happened, but I was getting some stuff set up in my studio here yesterday, and I was playing some music, and I realized, for some reason, the left monitor is louder than the right monitor. I don't know what happened. I must have just bumped the volume knob. Anyways, I thought I'd give you a quick short video on how to calibrate your studio monitors. Monitors meaning the speakers you use to hear music. Fun fact, this video was recorded before the basement flooded, and I redid the space because of that. So it looks a little different. It's weird for me to see it looking different, even just the couple walls. Anyways, I hope this isn't too boring. The concept from this video still applies, and I tried to speed up any dead spaces to make it as short as possible. So I might pipe in a couple times with some notes, but otherwise, we're good. So we're going to go ahead and do that real quick, and hopefully this will be helpful to you, and you won't ever be a little unsure of like, do I have it set up right or not? Whatever, let's get into it. So what we want to do basically is make sure that both individual speakers are playing at the exact same volume. That way you're getting the same from both your left and your right channel, and one isn't softer or louder than the other, which could cause issues when you're mixing, mastering, tracking, any of it. So we're going to fix that. Here's how we're going to do this. First, we're going to set up a tripod with my phone on it. We're not getting super scientific and perfect here. We're getting, close enough that it's usable, not, actually perfect. So I have an app on my phone that allows me to check the sound pressure levels in dBs. So I'm going to use that on a tripod, standing probably about like here, but I'll measure it out to see. We're going to use that to make sure that each individual speaker is at the same level. In this case, we're shooting for 80 dB. So let's go ahead and start getting this set up. I'm going to grab my tripod. I'm not as worried as much about the verticalness, even though I know for these speakers, these are M-Audio BX5s, I know that the ideal listening point is about where the LED is. It's like in between the tweeter and the woofer. Fun fact, most monitors, that is actually the case. For most near-field studio monitors, I'm not going to say all, but a lot of them, as I've looked at different options recently, a lot of them say that they want your ear to be in line with the space that is in between the woofer and the tweeter. So where the light is in the rest of this video, that is like right in between those two, and that's typically where monitor companies want you to have them placed so that your ear is in line with that center point. That way you're not getting too much highs, too much lows. You're just like right in the middle. At least that's my assumption of why they want you to do that. But of course, always check the manual or your monitor brand's documentation to see where they suggest you place it, both vertically and horizontally. Back to the video. So this is, I just kind of eyeballed it. I think that's good enough. Again, I'm not trying to be perfect here. I'm just trying to get it to be a little bit better. So I'm just going to check my distance between the two. We're at about 27 3/4. So now I'm just going to see, am I about the same here? I need to come closer. Now the end of my microphone on my phone might be at about 27 3/4, but I need to come closer with this. Probably by about that much. I was off by like, I don't know, 2.5 inches or something. All right, so let's get our phone put into place here. All right, so I'll just kind of position it like this, and then I'm going to double check my measurement. I think it was 27 3/4, and that one's good enough. They're really more about 27.5 than 27 3/4, but again, I'm not trying to be perfect here. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to open up Logic Pro now, and we're going to bring up some white noise. That's what we're going to use. Mute this, and then go to Utility, and then Test the Oscillator. I'm going to take the level and put it to 0. I'm going to change it to white noise, and then we'll see. You'll hear now. So we have white noise happening. I'm going to go ahead and turn it off for a second and explain how we're going to do this next. So let me get my app up and running. Play here and it'll start counting them. We'll go from there. I'll bring the camera over too and show it in just a second. So we're going to do this. We're going to turn the audio down completely on both of the monitors. So I'm going to reach behind here, turn it completely off on both, all the way down. Now, when I turn on my white noise and turn up my audio interface, so what I'll probably do is just completely turn off the monitor that I'm not using. So in this case, we're going to start with the left one. I'm just going to turn off the right one to make sure that I don't hear anything out of it. I'm going to wait until it's quiet and we get down to our, noise floor, so to speak, for our sound level meter here. And then I'll hit play on it so it starts recording it, because then I'll be able to see averages and stuff in the little app. And then I'm going to turn my audio interface all the way up, and then I will start to move the volume up on the monitor until I see the app say that I've hit 80 dB. Okay, so turn up the audio interface all the way. So I've actually changed the way I do this since the flooding, and when I reset everything up, I've actually taken a practice of not setting my audio interface to max volume. I will instead set it to like 80% or something. Like I'll set it to be at like 3 o'clock, because then that way, if I wanted to go above that, I can go above 80 decibels or 75 or whatever I set it to. Gives me a little bit more safety and ability to kind of go to 11, so to speak. Now I'm going to be quiet and we're going to see what's happening. All right, so we got this one to 79.5. So we're going to try and get the right one to be the exact same. I'm going to carefully just turn that off to make sure I don't bump the knob there. We're leaving our audio interface at 100% again. This I'm going to turn on the right one. I'm going to give it a second to turn on all the way, and then we'll pop on the oscillator or white noise, and we'll try and get it to 79.5 again. Now I'm going to turn that back on because we should be good to go. That's it. That's all you got to do. Make sure you turn your audio interface down just in case. Honestly, it doesn't take very long. The app on my phone is free. You just need a tripod or something to hold your phone while you do this at the right distance. And now I'm going to go ahead and test it out and see how it sounds. That's it. Thanks for watching. If this was helpful to you, then let me know in the comments below, and go ahead and like and subscribe, just because it helps the YouTube algorithm know to share my videos with more people who might need them. That's it. Thanks for watching. See you later, guys.